Howdy. We're looking at the Amprex today. The Amprexy, the lightning gun. I love this thing. This thing was my baby. This and Ignis, I think to a lot of older players, was what carried them through all of the early to mid game, and some of the end game even. It has fallen to the wayside, greatly overshadowed by new Tenet weapons, Kuva weapons, and especially Incarnon weapons. But it's still useful. It's not that bad, and it will definitely carry you through the early game. So, first of all, as you can see, nothing on my Warframe. That's not true. Take Arcane Avenger off. There we go. Nothing on my Warframe. No companion affecting it. Now, we, oh, my dear friend calling me Daddy. I'll get to you after this video, I promise. So, Amprex is a lightning gun that it shoots lightning, and it chains to nearby enemies. It can chain up to 4 or 5 enemies, I believe. It deals base electricity, has 32% crit chance, 2.2 crit multiplier, 22% status, 100 mag size, and 12 fire rates. So we will switch to a build with nothing on it first. And you can see, I have the color changed so that it's purple, but it's normally blue lightning. So you go to an enemy, and it chains, up to 3 enemies only, unless the horizontal chaining is horrible. Interesting. Yeah, so it chains to enemies, and it does okay damage, with very good crit chance. Now, its base damage is honestly what's holding back. If it had a Tenet version, that alone would fix this and make it a top-tier weapon capable of doing a level cap easily. I think maybe one day we'll get a Tenet Amprex, but as of right now, we don't have one. Still a very strong weapon, though. The ribbons are pretty terrible at Dispo, too. Now, if you wanted, we're going to first show it with a new player-friendly build, right? This is a super easy mod to get, critical delay. Then, I don't think I have normal shred anymore, or like leveled up. No, I do not. That is unfortunate. So punch through is actually really nice. It doesn't let you chain to more enemies, but it's still nice. But it's not necessary. So we'll go ahead and do speed trigger. Now, this thing does great with corrosive. And when the armor changes happen and armor is not nearly as thick, it will just make it even better. So you obviously want to go corrosive and crits. That is where it's going to be at. I don't have a normal Serration? Do I? No, I do not. Just use normal Serration. I know early players won't have Amalgam, so all this is sprint speed. So you just use normal Serration here instead. Then we are going to slap on, I guess, Rifle Aptitude's not the worst option in the universe. And Split Chamber. This is a pretty new player-friendly build. And I would definitely recommend an Arcane, but we won't show with an Arcane right now, right? This is something that most people can get. These are 175 Steel Path Corrupted Heavy Gunners. And because of the mods we have on, it actually won't need any building up, because there's no stacks to build up. Now, it's not doing great, amazing damage, right? But this is going to be more than enough damage for any sort of new players. It's going to be plenty. The worst part about the weapon, honestly, for new players is the horrible reload speed. But it's very good for new players and very satisfying. Now, I'd say you got a good idea of what it can do on the low end, so let's show it with a big PP build. So we'll switch to this. Sinister Reach just for more range because it's nice. Prime Shred for the fire rates, it's less than Speed Trigger, but it also gives us Punch Through for more AoE. Galvanized Chamber for more multi-shot, Galvanized Aptitude. This is additive on the weapon, but we get status chance and a bunch of damage when we apply status effects. So we can only apply one status effect with this build, Sad Face, but it's still going to give us more damage. Because we can also prime with other stuff, and we can use Panzer to easily spread viral if we want. Tons of crit chance from Galvanized Scope, because we want to get headshots anyways. Malignant Force Stormbringer for more corrosive, and then, crit chance, crit damage. Primary dexterity is easier to keep up if you're getting melee kills, but obviously Deadhead is going to be easy to get up since we are not doing dots, so we can easily get headshots. Plus the 30% headshot multiplier is very massive. This is going to actually do a pretty hefty amount of damage, or at least for what it is. we are going to need to build up our stacks. I'm not going to use the punch through, or at least try not to. This is without stacks again, right? Once we start getting stacks, our damage will skyrocket in comparison. So now you can see the damage is way, way higher than it was before, and it just keeps going up and up and up. This is pretty good damage for a weapon that can chain, and it's only got, we have gun CO, but we only have one status effect. If you have multiple status effects, this thing can shred, right? No viral, only one status effect with gun CO, and because we don't have green shards, we can't full strip. This is actually very, very good damage. You can make this thing go to level cap if you build into it, without a doubt. You don't even need to play someone like Mirage. Now, let's say we want to go even harder invested into it. We would switch to a Warframe with 2 green shards to full armor strip. I will show it with... Do I have a frame with 2 green shards? Here, Vobin. Okay. Wait, no, because his passive will be taken into account. Ivara. We won't go invis, so none of this stuff is affecting our damage. The only thing affecting our damage is the fact that we have 2 green Archon shards allowing us to full armor strip. So that way we can, well, you know, have them fully stripped, which will make us do even more damage. You can see once their armor's gone, it's doing pretty juicy damage. I don't think I got a headshot kill there because I can't aim. There we go, that's better. Now, every subsequent enemy it chains to does 50% damage of the last chain, but more importantly is that it can apply corrosive to strip armor to enemies you're not shooting at. I mean, look at this. You see this? You see this insane damage, nothing but orange crits? It's pretty freaking strong. People don't give it as much credit as it deserves. It may not be the most powerful weapon in the world anymore, but it is by no means bad. Then if you add in Panzer for viral, oh buddy, does the damage go up. So, gonna go in, wait for our Panzer Volpe to spread some viral. Which enemy is the viral on? I don't see it. Here it is. And now... Oh yes. Oh yes. Enemies? There's enemies here? I didn't even notice. Absolutely shredded. Now, I do have Tenacious Bond on my Panzer, but that's not increasing our damage by that much. If you wanted, you could make this even more insane. The best thing to do with Amprex, if you don't have viral yet, is obviously you want to, right? So we would go Bite, so we have enough crits, and Tenacious Bond just for the extra crit damage. Then you would slap on Calculated Redirection to increase our shield capacity. It's not showing it working there, but it does. And we would slap on Reinforced Bond, so we get another 60%. There we go, over 1,200. So now we get, since we have over 1,200 shields, we get 60% more fire rate. That's pretty massive. Then, let's say you wanted to use an Arcane to just make things even juicier. You could slap on Arcane Rage. On headshot, 15% chance for 120% damage. Ow! Actually, no, we won't show with that, because we already have a lot of damage. Still up. You could do that. And that's going to make it so our fire rate goes up, giving us even bigger PP damage. I mean, this is just a lot of damage. You'll see. I need our Panzer to spread his spores first. Hello? Volpe? Hello? Anytime this year? Well, it looks like my Panzer is bugging out because that's what happens in the simulacrum. Son of a bitch. So let me unequip him and re-equip him and see if that fixes it. Come to me, Pansy. There we go. Now it worked. Now where the hell did that viral proc go? There it is. Now it's starting to spread the viral. Okay, now we can kill. And now with the more fire rate, because it's a beam weapon, and we only have a bit of fire rate from Prime Shred, you can see that it benefits greatly from fire rate. Yeah, Amprex is still good. And the best part about this is, sure, it's not quite as strong as Incarnon's, but this is a lot easier to get than other weapons are, right? So let's say I link it, right? Amprex. This has, it can be crafted from the dojo. Super easy to get, super easy craft. It only takes mastery rank 10. This is so easy to get. And it's so good, so powerful, big PP damage. I definitely recommend trying it out. If you haven't used Amprex in a long time, try it. It's not bad. And you might find that you still really like it. It's a lot of fun, definitely worth using. That's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you try Amprex again. If you like the video, subscribe, maybe, and leave a like. That would be awesome. It goes a long way. Adios.